the helm. So that said, Grant, how you feeling, my man?
Oh, pretty good, dude. Hopefully Mount's not like dead or something. That'd be pretty terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Mott's usually pretty reliable. Gave him the old ring ding and he didn't answer. So hoping for the best, but I'm not complaining too much, man. I'm always pumped to cast some captains.
Oh yeah, it's nothing like waking up early in the morning for us Americans to cast some superior European Dota.
Yeah, exactly right. So what are you thinking here, Grant? Alliance versus Pro. Who are you favoring coming into this? Did you see any of the games the other day? Because Alliance made quick work of Empire and BC.
I think Alliance almost has to be favored in like every single they play now. They've looked so good in captain's mode, captain's draft, shoot their matchmaking games. They're just on a tear right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at this draft a little bit here, though. Bane and Bristleback picked up for Alliance, Venge, Chaos Knight, Ancient Apparition for Virtus Pro. An early Chaos Knight pick. This is one of those heroes that brought up a lot, though, in the games past in this tournament, that he can be pretty damn powerful if there aren't a lot of AoE kind of illusion clearers in the pool to counter him.
Yeah, and with all the stuns and Ancient Apparition with them, I know actually, if you've been watching our TV stream, he played Chaos Knight from 7.8k to 8k single-handedly.
Really?
Yeah, he is showing off the power of Chaos Knight with soloing the safe lane pretty much all the time. So, I mean, it's an extremely strong carry, especially without that said. They might be seeing, I mean, Warlock's extremely good versus him. We'll see if Alliance wants to pull a Swindle Mounds.
Yeah, we'll see how they would lane it as well. There's the Keeper of the Light, so if they pick Warlock, it's definitely going to be a core. Bane, Coddle, the support duo. The Coddle Bristleback is really, really annoying in lane with the short cooldown. You can do the double quill spray, which is pretty nasty, and even Coddle Tiny has a lot of harass potential, so I like what Alliance are doing here. They've got some really strong laners at the very least.
Yeah, same with, I mean, CKAA is one of the classic lanes. I mean, back end stun him, it's instant stuns all around. Vengeful Spirit we've seen played as a core more lately, so that one could go either way.
Yeah, and especially it is Virtus Pro, FNG with the position 1 Venge. He's kind of, I don't know if pioneer is too strong a word, but he's definitely a fan of that kind of lane setup. So VP looking for their G hero, probably for their Phobos hero as well for the off lane. Slardar in the pool. Dire side could be something they go for.
Yeah, Phoenix, Slardar, they're both, and even Nyx. Also, do you know when did G finally change name from God Kill Them All? Is that ever official, or?
I don't know. He's just been tagged up as G for, it's been at least a year now, I think. Okay.
Yeah, I bet he would be like, I bet he made his name God Kill Them All. Cast with sense.
You know, there is a Shadow Fiend still in the pool for VP, and that is like the G hero. I guess it's kind of scary when you're looking at like a potential tiny Coddle lane to go up against with the roaming Bane, but
yeah, that you just get slept, instant killed. They're all looking. Bane Tiny's looking. Venge, AA, at SF, any of those weak cores and supports, they're just blown up.
Yeah, even like, you know, an Alchemist, he would have some trouble. I mean, they're thinking about it hard here. VP is pretty limited on options. Warlock would kind of get blown up. Clinks, maybe? Could Clinks, like, handle mid if he had a Venge nearby to help babysit him?
They could try until about level 3, and then Bane or Coddle tosses down a sentry. He just gets stunned, tossed back, and...
Man, none of these options are good.
No, I mean, yeah, some, like... They're really not. They're just going to have to wholly outplay him in the mid lane. Maybe they could throw an AA CK mid lane. Happened quite a few times if it is a tiny Coddle or tiny Bane.
I was thinking maybe Slark, but even Tiny's good against Slark because of the way the Avalanche works. He can't always rely on Dark Patching all the stuns unless he times it perfectly.
Oh, instant Skywrath Veno. I beat him at Veno then. The Arteezy special.
Wow. He with the heavy support lineup. So what's their off lane look like? That's what I'm curious about. Is this an aggro try with 3 supports? They're going to do like safe lane CK and then go Venge, AA, Skywrath off lane?
Something crazy, dude. Unless they're doing I mean, we remember, I mean, we both were in Han when Fnatic just dominated the scene with offlane Veno. I think that's probably their best choice here.
Yeah, that would be pretty strong as well.
Skywrath does decently middle with the long range Qs to be able to farm up, just like a Zeus. I mean, a little less effective. Really good harass, but once again, one stun, one toss back. It's just, none of these heroes are going to live.
Yeah, I really like this particular draft for CD. This is one that really shows when you are limited on options. And Alliance will actually take the Warlock with their final choice. So we'll see how they set up these lanes. Loda, the one that takes the Bristleback. It'll be a Bulldog Warlock headed to the off lane, which means S4 is going to be the one playing the Tiny in the mid. G takes Skywrath Mage on the side of Virtus Pro, so will be a core Skywrath getting some farm, the Lil Ancient Apparition, and indeed it does look like Phobos will take the Venom to the off lane. It's a good call on that one.
This will be interesting to see how the Warlock does in the off lane versus most. I don't know if Chaos Knight and A are going to go mid. Still a chance, but most likely going to be God, and Warlock's going to be about the only one tough lane there.
Yeah. We've seen Warlock played a fair bit, and he's pretty sustainable. I mean, the Shadow Ward heals a pretty ridiculous amount.
Yeah, that, and I mean, just throwing up even a level 1 Fatal Bond, so you can't really dive a tower on you, because they're going to...
Yeah.
Make so much damage and a heal on themselves with his right clicks, because he has above average base damage.
Yeah, it's true. But on top of that, they don't have a huge amount of burst damage, at least not before like level 6 in the laning phase, where they could blow him up before he starts really feeling the effects of that heal over time. So I could see this going pretty well for Alliance. I feel like for Virtus Pro, there's a lot of onus on them to get a lot out of this laning phase and really transition into a strong, aggressive mid game. Like, I think they're going to have to continue killing, keep this game high octane. When you have basically 4 supports and a Chaos Knight, you've got to make something happen early on, because they're playing a single core lineup basically, which is pretty rare these days.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a Skywrath solo mid since I think Bulba and Korok used to like off it in Liquid. This will be,
yeah,
and that's what CD does for fun.
This is pretty cool. And Skywrath is one of those heroes that he can scale pretty well with farm. Once he gets a big mana pool, Ag's taking that cooldown on his ult to 0. You can do a lot in team fights. You still have a lot of utility with a silence, a lot of long range. I'm hopeful that this G Skywrath Mage will be impressive, but we'll see.
I think it really comes down to blink timing on Tiny. If Tiny gets like a 8 to 10 blink with bottle boots, he's just there. I don't think.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, Alliance look like I imagine they're going to put a lot of effort into this mid lane to make sure S4 gets a lot of space. Even just coddle Tiny, man. There's a lot of kill power with that.
He's gonna fight top. Looks like
4 on 4.
They're gonna go both runes now.
Alliance in good shape here. Yeah, Phobos will grab the one down bottom, and G gets the top bounty. Very nice. Yummy, yummy.
Oh, and they're still pushing in.
They're going to find EGM here. Uh-oh, FNG's in the front line, so he's the one taking big damage first. He's going to have to turn face and run. A few more right clicks will finish him, but they can't get in range. Oh, Loda with the double quill spray. He finds it. That's a Chakra level 1 from the Keeper of the Light, and it secures the kill. Nice heads-up play from Ake. And Loda gets rewarded with the first blood. Beautiful stuff for Alliance.
Down you go.
That's one way to secure after you get double taken from you. Just secure on him, and Ire's gonna be able to kill this middle ward though once he sees it, which I assume he does. He just can't get to it now.
Yeah, EGM doing what he can to defend it. This is good stuff for G. Getting this ward vision vision control is really important. FNG is just going to come right back to the mid lane. He's got a smoke ready, so we'll expect him to be pretty active. But both sides with a dual lane here in the mid. FNG and EGM going at it. And it seems VP will finally win the battle here and take out the ward.
This is actually decent. What we expect, I didn't expect Puddle and Bulldog to go top, but it's a secure farm for Bulldog. And we've seen Bulldog with farm, even with playing heroes he's not necessarily known for. He's shown he can play pretty well.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tiny in the mid lane, getting stunned up. Some decent damage coming his way, but not enough for a kill quite yet. Yeah, you're definitely right. And one of the great things for Alliance here is they can be okay sacrificing a little bit of Lotus farm right here in the top lane, where we see a little skirmish maybe breaking out. They're okay giving Sun a little bit of farm, because they know if Bulldog gets a lot of farm in the safe lane, a Warlock with a fast Ags moving into a timely refresher, it can be really scary and make the mid game way easier.
And this is perfect, because Chaos Knight's burst damage is almost completely shut down by having a Bristleback get a quick level 3 or 4 top, so
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see a rotation from Venge, which we might.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to be very cautious with this this Chaos Knight. I think this hero can be really strong, but it's sort of like Wraith King. Once you get past that level 16, you hit critical mass, you're really hard to deal with. But mid-game, when Chaos Knight's like level 10 to 16 is pretty rough. He needs to carry that momentum from an okay early game where he gets pretty good farm. So we'll see how it goes.
Jim Cone bottom, but they spotted out with the ward.
And
Pretty calm mid games definitely favors Alliance.
yep. Agree. I forgot about the offlane Veno, but seeing it here, it's just, you get so much intel with the wards, and they're so tanky now that EGM trying to kill these things, he gets a little bit of gold for this, but Phobos is able to put out a little bit of harassment, and most importantly, stay safe. He's already level 4, because he's able to play so far forward in the lane.
Yep, Bulldog top farm though. I assume he's gonna go phase boots Midas. He might just go phase bags. I think craft friends. I don't know if Midas buyer himself.
I don't think as commonly as maybe other Warlock players, but it's all about the start. I think usually if like you're in a free farm situation with the Warlock, getting the Midas is totally worth it. But rushing the Ags also has its own merits.
And we see that TP in from FNG top, and it might be a perfect call out by him.
Oh, yeah, Loda wants to make it happen. Did they get vision on FNG with the ponies? I think they did. Nope, they didn't.
Barely missed, yeah.
Big damage here, though, on the Silent. Another one. This one will hit Lil, though. If Loda can just get in for a couple of quill sprays, he might find a kill, but Cold Feet will force him back. Now FNG wrapping around the backside. Magic Missile out onto Loda. Silence here. He's got the Chaos Bolt. Connects for a 3-second stun. They've got the right clicks, and the Frost Fingers from Ancient Apparition make it nice and easy. Now Ake by the Reality Rift, but has boots, and will be able to run away from the Chaos Knight. Nice quick kill for VP. They took a lot of damage. Those Illuminates, they hurt.
Even a level 1. Oh, and Ake get a kill, might die. I don't know what's going on. FNG's gonna die to Newts.
Barely got enough mana. Silent needs to be careful here. He doesn't have vision of this, and oh, it just barely misses. I think that definitely would have been a kill. But yeah, FNG will take that free taxi ride back home. Now a dive on Silent. Loda gets stunned. 3 seconds under the tower, but EGM wraps around. Brain Sap to finish him off. Now down bottom. Bulldog getting dove under the tower. G gets it. One last auto attack after that stray Arcane Bolt. Very nice. Chaos here, erupting all over the place, and pretty even. 2 for 2 around the map.
Yeah, with these drafts, we knew this was going to happen. VP has to push too, and Alliance is pushing on him top.
Yep. Bringing the fight.
Skyrath, I mean, if you have a bad start with Skyrath, you just fall off completely. He's ganking around the map trying to keep in. Look at there, and he just sat bottom. He's like, yeah, let's just kill him.
Yeah, he has a double damage rune as well. It's about to expire.
They
Bulldog.
see him from that ward, so it's gonna waste their time.
Oh yeah, there it is. They've also got a dire kind of lane ward down here poking in, so they're going to continue to put the pressure on Bulldog. I think VP respecting the power of the Warlock, recognizing he was getting a lot of farm, and even just looking at the last hit chart, man, it is all Alliance all day. They're 3 chords top in the charts.
And now they sent through the ward. They're like, oh man, he's time.
And now there's a rotation from the Radiant coming down. S4 and EGM. Ready to skirmish perhaps. EGM's only level 3, but he still picked up a kill and an assist already. He's been able to have a pretty good impact.
And top farmers, Warlock and Tiny. And I'm a little bit surprised because he had that Bane backup. He couldn't harass that lane by the Skyrath, so lining.
Yeah. Even though G got 1 kill, he hasn't really been farming all that well. Only 12 last hits in 6 minutes. Not really ideal for your mid laner, especially a player like G who's kind of known for his farming and mechanics. That's something VP tends to rely on. Part of the reason why his Shadow Fiend is so notorious, because of how well he farms, like even with a slow start like this. Interesting to see if he can recover. Up top, Lil gets a deny on the bounty rune. S4 will empty out his bottle. Kind of unfortunate for him.
Skyrath will get an invis rune soon. Yeah, he's gonna have to make some if he wants to kill mid or if he wants to go bottom again, but Bulldog's already still like sitting behind the tower.
He's in a really defensive position. Skyrath's about 4 XP short of level 6, so may need to leech somewhere before he starts the rotation. Loda, almost level 5. He's having a really good time in this offlane as well. Really
a smoke gank, but it's gonna get broken by EGM.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they didn't see it, so Aki might be in trouble.
Yep, FNG is leading the charge here. He's got the magic missile ready. Silent trying to get aggressive on the Loda. He's the one that takes a mana leak, eats a Chaos Bolt to the face. FNG can't get in position for the stun, but doesn't need it. G rotates in and secures the kill. Now the Invis is activated. They're going to chase Loda, but he'll just head for the hills, gets to the tower. No way to find a kill there. So just a pick on the Coddle, but it is a 4-hero kill from Virtus Pro, so kind of costly, actually.
And they TP'd up G, and all they got out of it was Connell.
They're hoping for more, for sure.
Now, and Bulldog, he's bringing a bracer, so he's just going the early game phase boots, probably drums built out top.
Yep, EGM flying over, Courier overhead. He might be able to grab the Courier here, but no, gets silent, gets done. Now the Mystic Flare does some damage, but S4 absorbs some of it, keeps him alive. Now the Brain Sap, EGM still alive. S4 turns, toss, Avalanche, will buy him some time, but Bane still falls. Ake with a big Illuminate, secures a kill onto FNG. Now he's trying to finish off Lil. Mana Leak comes out, but it's Silent that's rotated on the side of Virtus Pro. Has a stun ready, trying to chase down S4. Won't be able to find it. Instead, turns and gets a 2-second stun onto Ake. They've got the right clicks to bring him down, and G gets another kill. Now Reality Rift onto S4, but it's into an Avalanche Toss combo. Loda rotating in as well, turns the back, starts stacking up some quills. EGM now back in the fray. He'll have a Brain Sap. He takes a stun, but gets Silent down low. Toss forward, they get the kill. Loda gets credit with a few more quills. So long back and forth, ring around the rosy, but I think the Lions getting the better end of the trade here.
Yeah, if CK didn't get greedy for that last kill, they would have had it, but dying right there really sets back his farm.
Yeah. More, I feel like he should have been more scared of the tiny burst. I mean, S4 had plenty of time for that rotation to come off cooldown. Surprised he went for that.
Yeah, I know. You could see him, like, he's getting chased away by the CK, and CK really bad, and then he's like, I guess I'll have to live with killing Ake.
All right.
FNG still no boots. 250 gold, no boots.
His net worth is less than 500 at 9 minutes.
Cause for celebration?
Boy, that's gotta suck. And the worst part is with Warlock just sitting there in tower with Vandal always pushed in, it's actually kind of hurts him. Warlock's one of those heroes you never want to die. If he doesn't have Fatal Bond, though.
Yeah.
I think his TP's out, smart.
Still, 2 points in upheaval. Always scary if they dive him in there, some TPs, and they get stunned as slow. That is one drawback to the Venom in the off lane. He does shove the lane. He gets a fair bit of farm out of it. Number 1 on net worth right now with only 1 assist, but it does come at a cost. Now Ake bumps into G in the jungle. Takes a lot of damage, but they turn. Bulldog drops the rock. S4 throws him into a toss, and they get an easy kill there. That's a dominating streak going the way of the Warlock. Well worth the long cooldown for the Chaotic offering. Now in the top lane, Loda diving the tower, takes a 3-second stun. Lil sets up the cold feet, and they might get it. Reality Rift pulls him back, and they do. Loda gets stunned, but EGM with a defensive nightmare tries to buy him some time. Loda's got his back turn. A lot of quills. One more might be enough, but no, he can't get it off. And all 3 of VP will survive on low HP.
They didn't even get the tower to... Loda's probably happy with that. They didn't get the tower tonight, so it all worked out. And they're going to have a rotation. FNG's...
Tower. Tossed back by S4 right into EGM. They've got no slow to go for the kill. Around the backside, G putting a lot of damage into Ake. We'll be able to get the kill with that Arcane Blast, or Bolt rather, but S4 cleaning up his enemies. Silent as well. No, oh, G, he turns it around on a Tiny as well as the Bane. G, the hero of the fight, ends with a double kill as they clean up Alliance. He ends up getting a lot out of that.
Yeah, just those mana boots and the Null. He has so much mana. He threw like 10 Qs out. That perfect ult. S4 gets a kill. I think the hero of that fight though was Bobes his round. He woke up the Nightmare, and obviously, I mean, I didn't realize the ward's such a good counter to Nightmare. Wakes it up with no negative benefits.
Yeah. Bulldog doing a slightly different build here. Actually commits to the drums after the phase boots. So eager to get Ooh. He's
Placed
out.
a ward behind there to get that stun off, and then they didn't even get it. So now they just have a ward sitting in the trees.
And Bulldog denied the tower. He got everything he wanted there.
Oh man,
That is value action. Whew. But yeah, the AA Veno, again, once you hit that level 16 mark, if you get both of those ultis at level 3, the damage, it's just insane how much you can do. If you hit like 3 or 4 heroes with an Ice Blast and a Poison Nova, it's pretty crippling. We saw, it was actually VP, Lil played Shadow Demon and went for channel here, and they've got more than enough damage. S4 comes in to finish him off with a toss up and down. 2-0. Alliance use a couple of ultis, but they are handsomely rewarded. Vayne still pressing forward. Oh, almost gets reality rifted up, but fogs it in time.
see if they precious mid tower with the Bulldog ult. Looks like they will, so kills in the tower.
Yep, VP posturing like they want to go for a deny here. Blink Dagger up on S4. Hasn't been revealed yet, and be delivered momentarily. Ice Blast comes in, tower in deny range. VP will force Alliance back. The Ice Blast is off the mark though, clips Bulldog. That's about it. Should be able to just safely deny this. Alliance will let it go.
They're fine with that. They know S4 has the blink and it hasn't been spotted out yet, so hell out of this. VP doing a good job using all their burst damage, just trying to defend towers and push towers. They just got to keep pressing the issue.
Yeah, Alliance is not really pulling ahead by all that much, and they might have been able to get away with slightly greedier builds here, with maybe a Midas on the Warlock or more farming tools on S4, but Alliance have brought the fight to them, and they're doing pretty well with it. S4 sets it up, they blow up Lil to start this fight. FNG swaps forward, and he'll die as well. Fast 1 for 2, silent, aggressive onto Ake. Now Loader, the one that takes the Mystic Flare, but he's got a Vanguard. He's got plenty of HP to deal with this. Bulldog puts out the heal, and Loader just moves into the front lines. Silent gets knocked back by a beautiful blinding light from Ake, and it's Alliance coming out big in this fight. They're going to chase down G now. He's got a little bit of a movement speed advantage. He'll make it to the high ground, but Phobos, he's going in deep. There's a Fiend's Grip available. Should set up for another easy kill here for Alliance. That'll make it
I have no reason to lie
a 2 for, what was it overall, 2 for 3?
2, 3, 2, 4, yeah.
They're too low level, they're respawning fast.
And that
Huge fight for Alliance. That's the moral of that story.
And there's upheaval. Bulldog got a full channel. Right, and they Brown couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that's brutal. And that blinding light, man. I mean, Ake got 2 really big blinding lights there. I miscalled saying FNG swapped forward. I think it was a blinding light that actually knocked him up into Alliance. But he had at least another one after that, and it was pretty insane. It's like an AoE force staff when you use it like that.
Yeah, team fight when Rock's up goes into Alliance. When Rock's not up, you assume the AA, Veno, Venge, all day. They have the team fight ability, but I guess you need no one to pick fight. Silent, trying to. He's don't even have his drum treads yet. He's working on it. He almost has it, but.
S4. Oh, nice game Centuri. TP's out just in time. Venge coming in for a swap to interrupt, but couldn't get it off. Atos is up on G now.
Could change. The problem is they can just keep TPing away from Scarlet, especially high HP heroes like Loda and S4. If he gets caught one-on-one, they can just TP away from him.
Yeah. Oh, it was a swap. Okay, had it right.
Oh, you go, Zyri. I knew you could do it.
I shouldn't second guess myself, man.
Yeah. If you always believe in yourself, you'll always be right.
Now, we had a game the other day that was super chaotic where there was an Aghanims upgraded Rubik, and then the other team had a Refresher on the Magnus, and there were just RPs coming out left and right, and there was also Avenge, so there were swaps and stolen swaps, and man, I haven't had so much trouble following the spell steals of a Lil Rubik in a long time. FNG, oh god, he gets caught in the Roche pit. Nice stun, but Upheaval comes out, that'll slow him down. Ice Blast, swap back onto S4, actually gets him caught by the Ice Blast, but no way to survive there. Easy kill for the Tiny. Now Loda trying to chase down Lil as well as Phobos. He's got some more sticky goo, puts it out on the Ancient Apparition. Old Frosty's in some trouble, but it's Phobos that gets aggressive. Puts down a Poison Nova. G and Silent coming around the backside. They actually go in on the Bulldog. Him and Ake getting low. Phobos caught by the Fiend's Grip from GM, but EGM taking a lot of damage from the dots. Out from Phobos. Loda stands his ground, does huge damage in the fight, cleans up most of VP. It's a 3 for 4 overall if you count the Ven. Silent the only one that limps away, but not a bad fight for VP. It looked like it was just going to be a disaster for them, given they lost their Venge right away, but able to do a lot of damage with the Poison Nova Veil upgrade on the Veno, and he's getting to that point where his right clicks hurt when he's got his ultimate up. You know, he can burst somebody down pretty damn well.
And I think, I don't know if he's going Sun Josh or BKB, but yeah, now the Warlocks rocks down, they VP probably gonna maybe go for a tower. They definitely have the superior fight when rocks down's A's ult always comes up way quick. Yeah, the CK, he could get Gary. Good.
Golem just womping on FNG. 2 auto attacks takes him down to about half HP. Brutal. Bulldog getting pretty close to the Aghanims now. He's got 2 pieces and 400 gold.
I'm surprised more people. I remember in Dota 1. Dota 1 was literally, here's how you counter Warlock. You buy Diffusal Blade and you diffuse the Warlock golems. Yep. People realize that just isn't efficient.
Also doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, well, guess that's a bigger issue, huh?
Yeah. Weird change.
Yeah,
I don't know why that felt like. I mean, I didn't feel like Diffusal was even that amazing against Warlock. It was all about a timing race. If you could get the Diffusal way before the like the Ags or something, then okay, it's fine. But once the goal, you get 2 golems, burn in charges left and right to kill golems that are sort of scary, but. Or Diffusal.
Smoke coming out. They baited out the Roche, maybe.
See if they can do it. Alliance handling themselves well, though. Loda in the front lines. They're smoked up behind him. Both teams playing a game of chicken right now. It's the one hero that VP don't really want to initiate on. You look at their vision. They know there are others nearby, but they can't quite find him. The same deal for Alliance. FNG out first, swap onto Loda, 3-second stun, CK to follow up, S4 finishes up the bench right away. They're trying to focus Loda and they get him. Mystic Flare's gonna have to bring him down. Phobos has already deployed the ult, but it's EGM that has an ult of its own. Beam's grip on the Venomancer, not gonna last long as Silent has the stun and the damage to find the kill. Bulldog says, hell, I'm out of here. He TP's home, leaves Ake high and dry. Reality Rift, a couple of auto attacks from Silent. Will find a kill. On the backside though, the supports from VP getting cleaned up. S4 gets a kill on the Ancient Apparition. A very spread out and chaotic fight, but VP find the better of it. Just superior damage, 2 for 3, losing only their supports.
There you go, fighting when they don't have Warlock. Warlock's ult. Yeah, has Phobos been Bean's gripped all 4 times? I think he has. Even after he casts ult, I'm pretty sure he's been Bean every time.
Yeah, the last 2 fights especially. Here we go, S4 with the combo onto Phobos, tosses him back, Upheaval's there, and it's Bane with the Brain Sap. Here's the kill.
Nothing like 300 pure damage on a support hero.
Yep. Alright, nice little pick-me-up there for Alliance. Still Roche is standing, though. Neither side able to claim it after that team fight.
Yeah, neither team has the damage to, like, hey, we killed 1 or 2 heroes, let's just go do Roche really quick with our Drow Ranger or something. Both teams have just slowly.
Yeah, neither team with a medallion, so that's a good point. So CK, he's going for an S&Y, it looks like, after his drum. Interesting.
Yep. I guess they just want the damage instead of the survivability. I mean, with the Nano ulting, he has to just go around picking people off.
Yeah, that's true. Aghanim's on the way for Phobos. Kind of keeping pace with the Warlock here. He was number 1 on net worth. He's fallen down a little bit, but still about 1,000 ahead of Bulldog. And BKB up on Tiny. So S4, what did he do here? Treads Blink into the BKB. So not the highest damage Tiny build. Now he won't have to worry about these stuns and snares and can just go about punching his enemies.
Yeah, I assume he's gonna initiate into the fight with a combo. He just gets chakra and he can just survive in the fight the entire time, comboing left and right.
Mm-hmm. I guess warranted here. A lot of magic damage, so. Never ideal for a Tiny to have to get a BKB this early, though. I'm sure he'd love to have an Aghanims and just have that cleave to farm with.
Sure, if it was Eternal Envy and he needed a blink, he still wouldn't get it. Does that guy still have some BKBs? I know he did for a while. Or
Who? Silent?
Buying him. Eternal Envy.
Oh. I think so a little bit. You know, I think that's always going to be a stigma. Envy and his lack of BKB.
He loves damage value.
Everybody loves big numbers, Grant. Come on.
It's true. So Skywrath has an Aether Lens now.
Oh, man.
A lot of damage.
We haven't seen Skywrath pick that much since Aether Lens came out, but I like that here. Especially in the core role, he can sit back, Mystic Flare from so far away. That's a ridiculous cast range now if you mouse over it.
Yeah, it really is. And spell damage, yeah, 8%. He's gonna be putting out so much damage with the Ancient Seal and that.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty. Now we're gonna see some TP rotations down bottom. Loda was farming away in lane. He's gone for an SNY as well. I love this bristleback build. It's really well-rounded. Nice casual cloak, Vanguard for some survivability, then SNY, so you get that extra bit of movement speed. The MAME really helps, pairs nicely with the sticky goo.
And we're gonna look at the Alliance just running into the Dire Jungle. They have one ward, but they don't know if they've been spotted yet or not.
Feeling brave.
Green might be in trouble.
They are lucky though. They're limited wards here for the Dire. Phobos has no idea what's coming his way. EGM scouts it out. S4 blinks in. Combo gets him about half health, but Silent comes in, breaks up the fight. 3-second stun onto EGM. Reality Rift. Ooh, he deploys the ulti. Ice Blast as well. If EGM gets hit, he's dead for sure. Down he goes. But now the rock comes from Admiral Bulldog. Got people to follow. Silent trying to make it out. The Fatal Bonds has been used. He gets caught by a combo. He's low. He's in trouble. Phobos gets off the ult before he dies. Loda in a lot of trouble. Should die. Yep, he does. Silent. Oh, just barely makes it away from S4. Can't get that last auto attack off. It's a good fight for VP. Should have been a 2-for-2, but they make it a 2-for-1. 4, not out quite yet. FNG with the stun. G out of mana, but he's got auto attacks. That's a dominating streak. Now going to the Skywrath. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's Ake caught by Lil. Ice Blast connects, and all of a sudden, VP 1 for 4 obliterate Alliance as they walk blind into the enemy jungle. They even get a counter ward to finish off that fight for an extra bit of morale.
Oh man, did S4 cancel his attack, right? That would have KK.
It looked like it, yeah.
It looked like he canceled it twice. Oh man, poor. Yikes, such a good fight from VP, though. Phobes gets his ult off with, what, like 50 HP left, hits it on Loda, and I mean, that's all he needs to hit it on. The only one sustainably damage to him. Yeah,
and also really tanky. That magic cuts right through him. Silent and EGM gonna love tap in the jungle here. EGM might be able to set this up for a rotation from Warlock, so I think they'll be lacking on damage, and Silent will just hit him with a stun and walk away. Ice Blast will also clip EGM just for funsies here. Great stuff for VP, and looking at the graph, they're finally starting to get some momentum in this game. It's been Alliance that's been out farming them consistently, and now they're really getting some momentum. Phobos super close to that Aghanims. After this, he can just get a Blink Dagger, kind of play that Kamikaze style, and if he gets his ult on 3-4 heroes, it'll just be an absurd amount of damage. I think Alliance might want to consider investing in a pipe, honestly.
I think they have to. But once that ult Aghanims plus Veil, I don't even know what pipe will do a bit, but that's so much damage. Double bunch just backs out.
I like that you still use the colors, Grant. I know a lot of people telling me like it's all about the icons on the minimap, but I'm a color guy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's I don't know. I think it's a problem with me when I cast. I say names, colors, and heroes. I'm probably just confuse everyone.
I know some people that when you say like light blue, they're like, "What are you talking about? Who's light blue?" Like, you really? Come on, the colors are there. They're outdated. I mean, I am colorblind to be fair, but that is one thing that it was just such an integral part of Warcraft 3 and Dota 1. It
really was like red and blue, yeah. Like they took away red, but it's okay.
Yeah, you know. What are you gonna do? All right, things slowing down a little bit here. How's S4's farm? He picked up the BKB. Now he's just going into attack speed. He's Hyperstone. I think this is just gonna be a Moon Shard, honestly. It could be an AC, but
yeah.
He's going clubbing.
Might, if it is an AC. I actually don't know. I think either's fine. If they want to push towers, they'll need the AC, especially if the Warlock rocks. They haven't been able to push, even with Warlock's ult. They're so scared to fight versus that Veno.
Yeah.
That Veno is such a good last pick.
Yeah. I feel like VP have gotten past one of the hard parts in this game. I mean, the lane they had an advantage, but now their team fight is really coming together. Where the drawback of the Veno AA is that they lack in hard stuns. Oh, down bottom, S4 going in onto G, tosses him forward. Admiral Bulldog's right there with some fatal bonds, moves him right into EGM, who has the Fiend's grip. Ice Blast from afar connects. Actually, not from afar. Lil's right there. He's in the danger zone. He gets put into the Nightmare, and this is going to be another free kill. He gets the Bane in return, so they make it a 2-for-1. Not quite the free set of kills they were hoping for. I think Alliance will be okay with that trade. They also get a killing spree out of it that goes the way of Tiny.
I know you're saying a pipe for Alliance, but it looks like a VP is on their AA.
Yeah. Interesting. He's really close also. He's the recipe off.
No Midas, no Ags, just straight up pipe.
Probably he didn't go for the Ags.
Dyer's top tower is
You've
attacked
a lot of
like
A's
nobody's
just
business.
yes with the don't
Feels
really,
like he doesn't need it. It's kind of overkill.
I mean, it's gonna just kill him anyways. I mean, he might go for it if the game goes. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Loda starts getting like 4k HP with a heart.
Yeah. It's nice when you can play the Veno as a core, so you get a bench who can kind of roam and set things up while those two farm early on. And now, this is the point. I remember asking, like, when NIP used to play Veno a lot, I remember asking them, like, what is the counter to this hero? And they used to tell me, don't let him get Blink, Ags, Veil at a decent time. If you let him get those items by 30 minutes, you're just in trouble. Your only option is to fight and play guerrilla warfare style and not take 5v5s, because there's kind of no way to stop him from just jumping in, hitting 3 or 4 heroes with an upgraded ultimate, and you just die. Like, pipe is kind of a band-aid, but not really a full solution. It does way more damage than a pipe can absorb.
I think the only thing, Alliance does have the hero levels actually going with the Veno only being halfway through. He's been mostly just ganking around the map, and I might see a big fight coming out.
Yeah, Bristleback's also
it.
really close to his BKB. That's going to be a big item pickup. Talking about how Loda's the one doing the big damage. Even though it doesn't dispel the Veno ult anymore, it's going to mitigate huge damage in these.
He's almost 16. He is going to be doing so much damage. The BKBS and Y.
Yep. Yeah, the warpath really adds up. Here we go. Smoke from VP. Put a sentry down. They know it wasn't detected from Alliance, and they're going hunting. He's in here on the Radiant side of the map. They see Loda down bottom, so that's where they'll head. For some Bristleback and Silent. He'll catch him out first. Reality Rift. Him with a stun right to the back. It's a 3 second. But there's a Force Staff here for Loda. He'll get pushed back, and he'll be okay. A lot of rotations, though, from Alliance. It's going to be a full-blown fight. I think VP might just try and disengage here as they see Alliance reacting. They've already... No, that was not a Phantasm. Okay, that was just illusions. He's got a Manta now.
Yeah, he just picked it up before that fight. And,
yeah. Okay.
They knew they couldn't obtain that fight. They're like, yeah, let's dive a Bristleback on tower. I'm sure no one will TP in.
Was that a Force Staff? Was that G that Force Staffed the Bristleback? That's the only Force Staff down. So
I thought it was Aki when he TP'd in, but he doesn't have one, yeah.
Yeah,
so
that was weird.
Must I repeat
I guess he thought the Bristle was facing the other way.
How items are going, Ice Frog's just implementing crazy stuff. What if they add an item that changes someone's, like, fraction you can people?
It's like a vector targeting thing. You have one support that rotates him and the other guy Force stabs him. I mean, that would be pretty clutch. You could make some pretty cool highlight reel plays with that.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past good old Ice Frog.
Alright. Well, VP looking for an opening here, but they're just going to back off, maybe move towards the Roche pit. It is an AC on the Tiny, so...
Just gives that extra armor.
Yeah.
Good. They're going to look at Roshan again, but the smoke already up on Alliance. They're going to rotate over there.
Let's see. Still a slow Roche for VP. No minus armor except Avenge. No medallion.
Oh, they
will not be able to do this in time. Here we go. Alliance on their way in. FNG right away. BKB's popped by Loda and S4. They're going right for it, but VP have already made it out of the pit. Phobos isolated and brought down before he can ult. It's a quick twofer. They get the coddle, but not really the biggest deal. Now they'll catch G. Ooh, God, 1 for 3. This is a disaster for Virtus Pro. Silent trying to find a kill on EGM, but Bulldog even drops the rock. They can't stop the illusions from killing the Bane. VP showing that they do have a lot of damage output, and even in a disastrous fight like that where they get engaged on, they can still pick up a couple of kills, but only the supports to go down. All cores from Alliance still pretty healthy. They'll take the golems into the Roche pit, and now they'll be the ones to claim Roche for themselves.
I'm just not sure team fighting in the Roche pit against a Warlock's ever the good idea when it's up, and bottom low. They'll just be on.
It was really weird. Like, I feel like they're just not utilizing the Venge swap to start off these fights as well as they could have. If you look at Division there, Alliance didn't really have that much. And the only reason they went on FNG is because he's the only person they saw right outside of the pit. Everybody else was hiding inside. I guess it's okay to have your support die first to give your team that intel, but I don't know. I would be suspicious that they're going to come and contest that. It seemed like a weird time to commit to the Roche.
Yeah, when you had a 5v5 going on bottom, both teams disengage, you know they're nearby.
Yeah. Tough stuff. Hard break for Virtus Pro, and now Alliance. They take the biggest lead we've seen this game, nearly 7,500 net worth, 10k experience, and of course an Aegis of the Immortal up on S4. Ake now very close to his Aghanims. We've seen what he's been able to do with Blinding Light, giving Spirit Form on a cooldown with that thing up all the time. It's just blinding lights for days and opens up some more stuff for Alliance. And we didn't really talk about it, but there's rat potential for Alliance here. Recalls and a Tiny. Hey man, as we get towards the late game, there's some serious split pushing capabilities, especially with the Warlock Ags.
And Loda doesn't have to be IK. He can like split push by himself when the only stuns are CK and Venge stopping TPs. Like if he just runs at a tower and it's own Vendo and an A, oh bottom lane.
True. Oh bottom. Gonna catch Loda. Nope. Okay, that's a BKB charge down. The 9-second BKB. Pretty good.
Just TPing out's one of my favorite things. Just watching, like seeing someone engage BKB and then you just get like, ah, that feels.
Sure does. Silent. Farming in enemy territory here. Okay, I thought they might wrap around. Ice Blast will come down just to scout things a bit. That is the Aghanims up on Ake. He's also picked up a gem, or a gem now. It's EGM's gem, but Alliance should be able to take a little bit of map control. And now as 4 moves into the Aghanims, he'll pick up the point booster. So things really coming together for Alliance. I feel like their draft is starting to show some of its power. Really strong team fight at this point. The 2 cores are just so beefy. Really, all 3 of the cores are beefy. Warlock's very tanky, nearly 2k HP, has the heal for himself. Hard to kill these big targets.
AGM's, he ulted Phobes again before he even got the ult off last fight, I think. Beating.
Things will slow down again here. Big Alliance looking to fight though with their Aegis. They'll finish off this bottom tier 1.
He's going for Ags next on Tiny, obviously. One team fight and then an Ags Tiny, that you're gonna lose your airspace.
Yeah, that's the scariest part about this Alliance lineup now. One failed team fight and they can really push fast, do crippling damage.
Can't believe Tiny went out of the scene for so long, especially Tiny. Now that's bad because you realize, wow, with the remember when Blink Dagger wasn't even picked up on him for a while? It was literally just Shreds, Drums, Aghanims, and now wait, we dominate the mid and late game.
Yeah, I mean you brought up Envy earlier. He was one of the first Tinies I remember seeing, like just going for that early Blink and farming the heroes. They go right on to G, and speaking of farming heroes, G just barely lives with that Force Staff. Somebody's got a Force Staff at least. That Spore gets put into the Nightmare. Still pretty healthy. Remember, he's got the Aegis, so holding on to that BKB. G very lucky to live there. He is the one with the Force Staff.
That Spore keeps up his Aegis still there. The blast from Alliance. Okay, just healing the entire team.
Yep. Oh, this is perfect. They've still got 2 minutes on daytime, 1.5 on the Aegis. Thane is nuts.
Venom Ward's trying to do it this late in the game. They're not doing too much. Oh, Veil though.
They're going in on a Loda, but he just uses BKB. Phobos has already deployed the ultimate. Blinding Light again. They mana leak him. He's got nowhere to go. They're trying to do the big damage. Ice Blast connects with the supports in the back. Ake could be the one that's in trouble. He'll go down first. S4 still alive. Finally falls. The Aegis will bring him back up after the team fight's already lost. Bulldog with kind of late ultimate gets off a big fatal bombs. Now that S4's up, he'll use the BKB. G uses the Ghost Scepter, but just makes the toss do more damage. Now Phobos caught by the stun. S4 trying to club him down with the right click. BKB's done. Now Silent hit him with the stun after the Reality Rift, and it's S4 that'll die from overcommitting past the tier 3. They only get it down to about half health. It's a flood team fight from Alliance. VP end up with most of their team still alive.
Oh
no buybacks used.
Oh, he gets away.
He'll be okay. The Golem doing some damage here. They'll actually Reality Rift it back and get the kill. Yep, he's got the magic missile. They'll get a nice extra 100 gold bounty for that. Great defense from VP. Really good job ignoring the Tiny. They mitigated the effectiveness of that Aegis so much by keeping S4 alive. They killed 2 heroes before the Aegis was even popped. So by the time he came back up, there was really nothing he could do. It was him versus the world.
Yeah, more lucky to go refresh it with that. Yeah, VP, that was just perfect team fight after they like committed. Backed up, and Phobes finally got a perfect ultimate with a Veil off on 3 heroes.
Yeah.
That was curtains.
I'm gonna start calling him Phobes, by the way. I like that.
That's what his name is, right?
Yeah, DK
I
Phobos.
think it's Phobos, but I just call him Phobes. I mean,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
wonder what
just,
that name means. DK Phobos. That's got to have an awesome story behind it.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, well, it's because he used to love the old DK team. Don't want long before he was like one of the originals. Russian scene.
People forget about that because he took a break. He studied computer science and then like built the team for the Virtus Pro website, and then decided, oh wait, I actually really like playing Dota and I'm really fucking good. Maybe I should go back playing Dota. And then he decided, okay, I can do both. Live the dream. Oh, the Navi website. Sorry, yeah. But he's a baller. He's a programmer. He's seen a lot of stuff in esports aside from just play.
Yeah, he was a support player in Dota 1. He was, the smoke might seem S4, it doesn't.
Speaking of Phobos, he slithers on by. 5 heroes moving up towards the top lane on both sides of the coin. Alliance starting to congregate. Smoke here from VP expires, but they are hungry. They've got the double damage rune on Silent. They want to fight with it, but looks like they won't find the opening. He's the Reaver, though. This DK is getting beefy. 3k HP now.
Yeah, he really is. Now they're just going to take the stacks, and they want to fight. They knew Warlock Hole was still down, so they're like, this is the perfect time to fight, but Line's positioned perfectly to not get seen in the nighttime.
Yep. Nice play from VP, though, to smoke around the Coddle Ags. Time for them to pick a fight.
Now AA is going for a 4-step of his own, so a few more 4-steps you'll have to check out.
Yeah. What does the Skyrath go for? I mean, you start looking at an Aghanims, he's picked up the Ghost Scepter just to try and live through some of the heavy physical.
And it's just crazy. He has like 2.7k mana with an Aghanims, and it's not worth it because it's 800 mana for.
Yeah.
You can't even. You know, I don't know. He just that Aghanims. It's bad. I think he goes for Shivas.
Okay.
I mean,
get more utility.
Octarine actually is
Strange to say, Radiant's middle tower.
I think I've seen the Octarine once. Somebody playing a core Skyrath. It's not bad. It's just hard to farm. That's drawback with that.
It's just crazy. Just 800 mana for a spell. That's.
I have no reason to
3 times.
That's 4 without casting fields.
Oh, poking forward, but his blink gets broken. He could be in a lot of trouble here. Mystic Flare, that's a BKB on cooldown. A 7-second charge. Oh, he'll take that.
Yeah, that lower BK, the 5-second BKB is gonna. Venos just back even more.
All right. Still continuing on. Oh, S4 blinks in time. This time it doesn't get broken. Bulldog moving into the refresher, has the first Perseverance. Big surprise there, standard Warlock build. Oh, jungle, who are they gonna find? It's Loda. He's all by his lonesome. There's a tier 2 the team can TP to. But it looks like there's nobody able to at the moment. Swap back, they'll force out another BKB after Phobos uses the ult. One is another 7-second charge. About to expire, they may commit to this, but oh, it's Bulldog with the rock. Connects on all 5 of VP. Little will use the pipe. Ice Blast just barely connects on Loda. Secures the kill. They'll get 1 golem. Alliance are just too split. They could maybe kill Bulldog if he's not careful here, but they think there are more reinforcements on the way. And VP will back up after just a quick kill on the Bristleback. EGM doing the wraparound. EGM needs to be careful here. They scout him out. He's all by himself again. Mystic Flare, it's another free kill for VP.
Wow, weird. Yeah, and what did they lose? They lost their chicken with 3,800 worth on Lions did. He was flying out to Loda? Oh, it was the AC? Or the Shivas? Oh my goodness.
He gets tier 2 tower mid, but he'll use another BKB charge, and again, he's all by himself. They might still be able to chase him down. FNG does have a swap. No TP on the Tiny either. They'll let him go, but wow.
Oh, he's sticking around. His blink's up again, though. Yeah.
That was just so weird from Alliance.
I thought they were going to TP. Like, after Loda uses BKB.
Yeah.
Decommit, and they didn't.
What was weird about it was that Bulldog committed the ult, and it connected on the entire team. Like, it was prime setup for S4 to just come in, do some big AoE damage, and just start popping them around. Instead, they tried to split push, and even the rotation from EGM, it was really ambitious given that all 5 of VP were still alive.
VP doing what they need to be doing. Down a little bit on each side, but hard up on Chaos Knight now. Think he'll go for a Silver Edge with the Sange, or just keep the Sange and sell it later?
Is there Well, getting rid of Craggy on Tiny is actually not too bad.
Especially for his illusions. Actually, I think that would be a good pickup.
Especially given that he doesn't have a BKB.
No.
I mean, it just upgrades that slot. He's got the heart already. I think that could be good. It's also really good against Bristleback.
It is. I think that would be good next time. Either that or BKB, you're right,
Yeah, I mean, they already are killing the Bristleback pretty effectively with magic damage, but
they're gonna... Looks like they're gonna get this Rockin pretty free now that CK can actually do some burst damage with his crits.
Yeah. Easy peasy for VP. Alliance aren't even gonna be able to rotate towards the hit. Silent will grab a second life. And now they might go aggressive. They'll move into Radiant Jungle. Got some intel. They find Loda. That's a magic missile to get it started. Almost has everything up. He also has a BKB now. Bulldog still lacking the ultimate for 14 seconds. This is the great timing for VP to pick a fight. Force the BKB from Loda. Will be on cooldown for a little while here, and instead they find EGM. Oh, Alliance. Again, they just can't decide if they want to fight or run.
Yeah, I like that from VP. You could tell they literally were just casting spells to bait out Loda's BKB. They're like, come on, just cast it. Now they did. Now they can just push power. No Venom used. Or they'll just back up.
He didn't use anything there.
No, they just use their normal spells. All their normal spells are so good with the Skywrath.
Yeah. Unfortunate timing for Alliance there. Bulldog's ultimate was close enough that you could almost make the call. Let's just delay the fight until it comes up, but I think he was just a few seconds shy of being able to use it at the right time.
It's 4 split pushing.
Yeah, he's trying to make some space. It's an interesting idea. If he gets caught, though, it'll be very costly. It looks like he'll be able to make it away, and they do defend the tier 2. This is 2 TPs back and head home. Alright. Ooh, they almost grabbed Phobos. Eng scouts out the Coddle. FNG gets knocked to the high ground. What a blinding light from Ake. Wow, what a setup. Ice Blast coming in. They'll pop the Phantasm here. Ice Blast connects on 1, but the rock comes down from Bulldog. Now Phobos with Poison Nova connects on at least 2. They're BKB, but it'll expire soon. Silent just trying to stay alive for now. Drops the stun onto S4, but he could be the first one to fall here. S4 taking huge damage. That's the Aegis of the Immortal. Now Loda trying to make it away. He gets down to 1 HP, but there's nothing lethal on him. S4, or pardon me, Silent comes back to life. Fiend Strip will lock him in place. GM gets put to the low ground, and Silent's on the high ground. That's unfortunate. Bulldog trying to block out with the Golem, but it won't happen. Another awkward team fight here. Lil just can't get away from the Golem. He's going to swipe him one more time. 30 HP. The AA could still live. Burn charge, I think, will keep him safe.
If he got that flaming fist second hit, he would have been dead.
Yep. Wow, what a crazy team fight that was. You saw how much damage the Veno did there, though.
That was insane. Even with, they both popped their BKB, their 5-second BKBs early, and that Veno will just, if they had one person near Loda, they would have been able to kill him, but he got out luckily. So, if you look at that team fight recap, the Veno did 6.5k damage, the Warlock did 5.6k, the next highest was Bristleback at 2.5. Those two heroes are pumping out so much DPS in those fights, and a lot of that is the Fatal Bonds, man. You were bringing it up earlier, but the rocks on top of the Fatal Bonds is insane in these big 5v5s. It is. He's getting off full duration every time, too, just spraying up the team. Also, Phobos, yeah, I mean, every time he just has one ward down. He gets nightmared again, he just wakes himself up immediately and gets... He's setting himself up for depending on his teammates, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Shiva's up on the Bristle. And X4 now moving into a Daedalus. He's pretty close, just looking for the Demon Edge at this point. And Lil actually moving into the Aghanim's. Not far away. 900 gold to go, and he's got it.
Maybe Skywrath going for the Ethereal Blight, actually. Possibly. Might just be a casual Ghost Scepter, but for now he's saving money.
Yeah, that's a good point. He could also be pooling for a Mystic Staff, though, for a Sheep. The other.
We'll know here. They're moving towards Secret Shop. What he buys.
I feel like Lil has farmed really, really well in the AA this game. You look at the other supports, Coddle's kind of keeping up with him, but I mean, usually Ancient Apparition is the one playing the hard 5, and he has to get a Midas to keep up. This is an AA that didn't go any farming tools early on, and he's still the most farmed of the 4 supports.
Yeah, he is. He's doing good, and he has a lot of 800. Too. Yeah,
helps.
So what does Phobos go now? That's the biggest question on Veno.
Radiant's top
I mean, Aether Lens for a little bit of just extra spell damage at this point. shorter. Spam wards that much more.
Tell me this top tier 1 still standing versus like a Veno CK.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest Refresher, but I don't even think you need it. I think the Octarine is just better.
Yeah, that's
Perma Veil with Octarine. Gale, rather.
That's value.
Or, oh, no, the Veil. Oh, yeah, you're right. Duration. That is insane. Okay, I'm in. Octarine Core. Next item, let's see if he's got 3k gold, so it could be a reality pretty soon.
Yeah. Probably just buy the soul booster straight up here. We're into us. We're into still. Oh, Loda getting engaged on top.
Uh-oh. They actually have the damage, though. They should. BKB, TP out. No way to interrupt it with the Ice Blast.
Yeah, that's the problem when you start the fight with the Nether Swap versus a BKB unit. You need that Nether Swap.
He doesn't shatter. That was an Aghanim's upgrade on the AA. That's a shatter kill, I think.
He's gonna have it here soon.
400 gold off, so small missed opportunity for VP, but showing their power. Loda not unkillable at this point. Now this is a smart play from Loda though. I like this a lot. He's got the Maelstrom recipe going for Mjolnir. Great item against the CA. They need something to clear these illusions at this point. When he pops his Manta and if he gets that extra Phantasm, the amount of illusions is overwhelming. And it's really hard to tell the difference from the Manta illusions and the ones that do full damage. And the Mjolnir just cleans them up nice and quick.
Force TPing in first. He's gonna blink forward. Maybe toss back. Nope. Fine farming.
Fence. Oh, force staff forward. Blink in. Again, so weird from Alliance. They had an opening to go for that play where they put S4 forward, but they waited until VP were very safely back.
We were wrong. It's the Halberd on the CK.
Oh.
I think just giving himself...
Oh god, S4. Blink. Swap back. BKB though, he goes in onto Silent. Not going to have enough damage for the kill, but he does have a lot of teammates inbound. Bulldog's here, has the Chaotic Offering ready. He's also got the Refresher. Could be the debut of the double Golem. Alliance could do huge damage here if they win a team fight. It is a 5v4. At the moment, the Ancient Apparition is not here, but Lil does have the ultimate up, still just farming away for that Aghanims. Alliance going to wait. They're going to heal up S4 first. Need to wait for that BKB to come up, another 25 seconds.
That's the problem with all this spell damage from VP. Like, when to use the BKBs are gonna, like, the late game decision be what makes or breaks the game, I think.
Yep. Alfred's an interesting choice. I like it. It does give him a lot of EHP here. And now with a Butterfly, I think the Tiny thinks to himself, definitely need MKB to deal with this. Or we need something to try and deal with this.
Yeah, with the Halberd, you're like,
Is it really worth investing in an MKB for 25%? You kind of think twice, but it makes a difference. That evasion will really help. And great for the illusions as well. Not against Mjolnir, but still beefs him up. Plus the disarm. With the 5-second BKBs, it's pretty realistic that he'll be able to disarm the Tiny or the Bristleback at some point.
And both teams just doing a good job of pushing out the lanes they're not pushing. Just not too much team fight. Neither team knows. Like, maybe us, maybe they.
And it's still strikingly even. It's only like a 5k XP and net worth gap. That's really close for 50 minutes. And these team fights could easily go either way.
And Chaos Knight most likely going the AC here now. He almost has it. He's farming well with CK not having the flash. I mean, he's using Manta to split push lanes.
Yep.
Off.
Now smoke rotation from Alliance. Roche will be up in about 45 seconds. Whoever wins this fight here, potentially claim the big boy and the Aegis. P grouped up, but FNG moves in and breaks the smoke. They use the Fiend Script. They blow him up straight away. FNG dies. Now the first rock comes down. Lil goes down as well. Alliance making it a big fight here. It'll cost them EGM, but now the BKBs are used, and they're going in deep. The second set of rocks comes down Silent with limited options. Big damage on S4 between him and G, but they just don't have the resources. Silent falls to an Illuminate. G finishes off the Coddle for a bit of vengeance, but gets stunned by the Mana Leak. A swarm of golems chasing him down as Lotus starts to stack up the Stiku. DK, watching his friend go down, tries to do what he can, hits him with a Venomous Gale, but it won't be enough. And now DK Phobos might have to pay with his life. No, Lotus Loda doesn't commit for the kill. Instead, he goes for objectives. The army of golems just start whomping away at this tier 3 tower through the backdoor protection. Now S4 is here with that uprooted tree. The glyph comes out. VP limited on buybacks. They'll burn 2. G and Silent are back in the game and they're ready to defend. And it looks like just the sight of the buybacks will be enough for Alliance to start making a retreat. They'll pull the golems back as well, not to feed over too much extra golden XP. One of them will die and the others will make it out. So great stuff from Alliance, needless to say here, Grant. That team fight recap tells it all. 2 buybacks, 4 kills in exchange for this, just their 2 supports.
And the first time we saw Bulldog's Aghanims refresher, and yeah, it just work.
That was...
I was actually nervous because they gripped the, they used everything on that Vengeful Spirit. It's like they gripped him and did all that and were able to just zone out everyone with the upheaval.
Yeah, I think that the follow-up was what really sealed the fight. The Ancient Apparition getting destroyed that quickly. I don't think he got to use the pipe. I'm pretty sure he didn't ult anything, and those 2 things alone are really important to their success in these team fights.
He just died. Oh, and they're gonna go for the Roshan here.
All right, I like this. Unexpected, but high risk. Alliance are on the way. They're also split pushing with S4, and VP could get caught split here. Swap from FNG onto Bulldog, but he'll just blink to the other side right from where he came. Now FNG is going to watch trouble mid lane. Oh god, Phobos, he's going to be caught with the Fiend's Grip, and S4, he's already cleared out the range barracks. They're going to get a kill, and they're going to get another set of barracks. The rest of VP in full retreat. They've lost the AA and the Veno. No buyback available on Ancient Apparition. EGM on the low ground will die to the Skywrath Mage. Huge damage there. Now things start to get split, and S4 actually taking a lot of collateral damage here. G on the backside. Oh, mama. G disconnects while he's being chased by Loda. He's got Mana Leak on, gets blinding lighted back. He's definitely dead no matter what. S4 has just been able to blink away, and Alliance are going to get away with this almost scot-free.
Yeah, they might. Does Veno have a buyback? Yeah, he does. They might just pressuring the racks, make Veno buy back, and even that might not be enough with G and AA dead.
Yeah. Like Alliance aren't exactly ratting this to win right now, but they're tapping into the rat plays and just splitting the focus of VP. It's almost like watching a different team. They just can't get into the same place at the same time. They don't have the resources to defend S4 solo pushing and take, a 4v5 at the Roche pit. See G die right away. Veno buys back. They're going to go for a kill on Loda, perhaps 4-second stun from the CK. Magic Missile to follow up, but with his back turn and the Shadow Word from Warlock, no way they're going to be able to bring him down. And also a buyback from EGM.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, let's finish this game. We know it's a 3v5. We know they both bought back last fight.
Yeah. One more victorious team fight for Alliance, and this game should pretty much be over. 4 buybacks on them. Oh, gosh. Well played by Alliance here, though. They'll have the golems up in 5 seconds, refresher in 30. So they can even take another team fight pretty soon here. S4 at critical mass, 7k gold, level 25, BKB off cooldown. They can just roll through these structures. Final stand perhaps. Phobos blinks in. Ultimate use, BKB on, but FNG just can't take the heat from S4. He goes down first. AA is back. Ice Blast will be off the mark. Golems come down onto Silent. They might be able to grab a kill onto S4 here, but Phobos losing the duel against Loda. Do end up bringing down the Tiny, but they've lost the tier 3 tower and their ranged barracks. VP barely hold on. They've still got 3 dead. Alliance might not be done yet. They're just starting to back out and reset. They've got another rock. Bulldog drops the refresher, and now Silent will get knocked out of the base. Another blinding light from Ake. He has been on point this entire match. My god, the AoE force staff, dude. He's making this hero look unbelievably strong.
Yeah, and the best thing about it is with buybacks, Ake can just keep TPing his teammates with the buybacks, so they're not even gone.
And he's got like buffable BOTs. Really good stuff from Alliance. Obviously they win here. GG called by Virtus Pro. 53 minutes, game 1. Impressive stuff. What happens in game 2. These two teams